The food system is changing fast. So the skills that we're looking at are really about how do we actually work on a system that is no longer that predictable, and how do we actually bring in that innovation, how do we mobilize the innovations that are happening. We partnered up with MetaChef to actually really create a revolutionary concept where it's not only to help learning processes throughout the entire food system from the farm, but all the way through to policymakers, to consumers and everybody in between, but also as a potential for farmers to experiment in a virtual world.
The Future Farm Lab is a 3D simulated space where students, policymakers and farmers can learn about the foundations of regenerative agriculture. It encompasses multiple subtopics across different regions, and practices in one land would be different in another land. Whether it would be going to an actual farm, I say an actual farm, but it's an actual virtual farm, and learning about the challenges farmers have on site and enable users to experience how those challenges can be overcome. In Eastern Europe, you typically have a lot of monoculture, and when we want to transition to a soil that's much healthier, we would need to diversify crops. In our simulations, we tackle those challenges if they transition their crops, and they will see that changes won't be visible after a few months. It's a process of years. But because we are doing everything in a simulated space, we can fast forward a few years and see what the results would be from the choices you make now and the effects it will have in the future.
At EIT Food, we really want to make a difference in education for the entire food system. So that is both agriculture and in food manufacturing and in consumption, because we need to transition to a more sustainable and more innovative sector. And so this is where we really want to look at how do we bring in innovation into the conversations that are happening, what are the skills that belong to that, and how do we actually foster that. Trying to figure out what are the latest developments in educational technologies that we can mobilize to make learning really specific. Also, how do we make it relevant to that food system change that we want to see?
The really interesting thing about this simulation is it's for everyone. So we've created different levels or themes of topical areas where you can be a complete beginner and thinking about resilient agriculture and the way farming is practiced across Europe. Or you can be an experienced practitioner and really delve deep into niche micro lessons based on soil health or pesticide use. That really gives us the opportunity to build out customized and personalized trainings for anyone in the food industry.